plaintiff, Anderson Worrell, started dating the defendant after they met online, and they eventually moved in together. Anderson claims their relationship went south after the defendant saw him talking to female friends online, and he's suing her for a veterinary bill. Defendant Gracie Owens says Anderson is a womanizer who preys on women with low self-esteem. Gracie claims in the messages she found, Anderson was asking other women to get pregnant by him, and she denies owing Anderson for anything.
Start with you.
I met Gracie Owens in 2013 on a dating site, and we became friends over the next 5 years. And in 2014, I had moved in with the defendant, and everything was going pretty well up until the summer of 2015, when I went on vacation. I left my computer unlocked, and the defendant had went on it and saw where he was talking to some, friends and stuff like that. And she took it the wrong way, and she kind of made
What did it say for her to take it the wrong way?
It was just chit-chatting on how you're doing and how your day going and stuff like that. It was nothing more personal than that.
How many?
It was quite a few.
All ladies?
Yes, sir.
That's all you have, a lady friend?
Well, no, I have a lot of guy friends too.
You told her that?
She knew that.
Okay, and that's why you got in trouble. All you talk to on your computer is ladies, but yet you got a lot of guy friends too.
Well, the guys,
What did she say when you told her that mess? He's scared to tell me that foolish story. Tell me about this, ma'am. Then we'll get further into his testimony.
Oh, yeah, he went to his home, Barbados, and I went on his computer because he had it unlocked. And I seen about how many women he was messing with in New York and in Barbados. I have evidence right here.
He said they was just talking and giving general salutations of the day.
He's trying to tell some people, get pregnant by me. He's telling his people, I banged one chick. I did this, I did that. Okay?
You sure are, sir.
Mr. Worrell is like your oldest gigolo. He's a womanizer, and he preys on people who have very low self-esteem. His job, that's what he does for a living, and that's how he makes his living. Mm-hmm.
You live off women? You're a woman hustler?
No, sir.
No, she says.
Yes, he is.
And when you confronted him, what did he say?
Oh, it's just chit-chat. You believe that? The same thing he told you on his chit-chat.
But I didn't read this part about it. You know what? I already banged one chick, and I'm here with another chick getting ready as she is taking me to lunch. You ready to get pregnant for me?
Oh, God.
And it wasn't to me.
Is that regular chit-chat with women that you have?
It was just chit-chat, Your Honor. That was about it.
Is that the type of chit-chat?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Why you tell them this stuff?
It just, I guess can't really say any specific reason, but, it's just like you're having conversations, and that's what happens sometimes.
Sometimes with you?
Yes, sir.
Not me.
All right, sir. If you want someone to believe that it was regular chit-chat for you to say, you're ready to get pregnant for me, do you want us to believe that? She might. No, she didn't either. Did you put him out after that, or at least
we separated
go after him?
We separated after that, but because I have very low self-esteem, I took him back.
I don't think it has to do with self-esteem. You might have been in love.
I was madly in love with this man.
That doesn't mean low self-esteem when women allow themselves to, or men get in situations that are perhaps unreasonable to accept. Is love.
I was.
So there it is. All right, sir, tell me about this vet bill you have nerve enough to sue her for.
Well, in 2017, I went to Florida to help her relocate to Virginia. And while I was walking, her dog Charlie, he got off the leash, and he ran up to a pit bull, which kind of mauled him. So then he had to have emergency surgery. So at the time, she didn't have the money. So I said, you know what? I have a little extra money that I was saving to put down on a car. And so the vet bill was $1,800, and she didn't have the money at the time. So I said, well, you know what? I got this money right here, so I'll loan it to you, but you got to give it back to me because I needed to put down another car. So my uncle had died in December of 2017, and I went to Barbados to the funeral. So when I got back, I was trying to contact her about the money and stuff like that, and she didn't answer me for a long time. So eventually she did, and so I asked her about the money, and she said to me, what about me? So then, after...
What do you think she meant by that?
I can't quite put a meaning to it.
Did you ask? Did you say, what do you mean?
Well, I didn't. She didn't say anything. She said, what about me? What about mine?
And you said, what do you mean? What about yours? And what did she say?
She didn't say anything else about it.
Quiet. Did she tell you she see you in court? Maybe that was the last. Maybe you missed that part. Maybe you missed that last sentence.
Well, that's what I told her. I told her, well, since you don't want to give me back
it was
my
$1,800 that you.
Yes, sir. Because before that time, my truck had broke down, and I had needed a new transmission. I had asked her to help me, and she basically, cussing me out about it.
She basically told you to go to all these other women on the internet. She said, go to your internet girlfriends. Go ahead, ma'am. Let me hear from you about the money, however. He says he loaned you $1,800 to have your dog cared for by a hospital after injury.
Like I said, this man is the oldest gigolo. I took care of this man for a year. When I moved to Florida, he used to come every 2 months, then go back to New York, come back and forth, back and forth. I said, what are you going back and forth for? He said, because I have doctor's appointments and I have to go see my lawyer.
But I did.
Finally, in March, I get a phone call from some woman saying, Gracie, do you know when Andy's not with you, he lives up here in Delaware? I said, what do you mean? He lives down here and he's going to stay with his uncle. He has doctor's appointments. No, he lives in Delaware. That was in March. I cut him off in March because I got sick and tired of being sick and tired. And then, lo and behold, I'm getting sued. What happened in November, he took the dog out for a walk. The dog runs up to a pit bull. He runs to the house with the dog. I have pictures. Saying, baby, we got to take the dog to the hospital. We got to take the dog to the hospital. I take the dog to the hospital, okay?
This is a terrier?
That was a Yorkie, that is a Yorkie Terrier. Wow. That was my heart. That's my baby. Okay, the pit bull, lucky the pit bull didn't get to his dog because my dog went to bed here today. Well, anyway, I take the dog to the hospital. Next thing I know, he gives me his debit card and he pays for the bill, which is only right. It was you walking the dog.
Paid $1,800?
$1,800
on his debit card?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Paid for the bill.
How long after the incident did he pay?
That happened November of 27th and 2017. Okay, he did not say this is a loan. All he did was hand me the debit card. I figured it was only right. It was on his watch.
Correct.
You was responsible for the dog. The dog got loose from you. Okay?
Look at her. She bootlegging over here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
A bootleg lawyer. All right.
I was doing her a favor. And the dog is not my dog. And the
What favor were you doing?
Because when she got home from work, because I think that day we was getting ready to move to, because they had packed the truck up.
Did she ask you to do something as a favor?
Yes, sir.
And what is it she asked you to do?
To walk the dog.
You've never done that before?
Yes, I have walked the dog before.
Regularly?
Yes, sir.
So it wasn't a special favor. You were doing something that you always do as a mate among these Hoosies that you're messing with. Some of your Hoosies to pay for this. What happened? How did the dog get loose on a pit bull? This dog wanted to chase a pit bull? All terriers are a little
usually,
aggressive.
like, as soon as you open the door and stuff like that, he usually flies out and stuff like that.
Well, then you should know not to open the door.
No, I had him on the leash. So I was trying to lock the door.
And this little bitty dog broke the leash from you.
No, he didn't broke the leash. He just broke away from me.
Right, that's my point. You had this little bitty dog on a leash. It weighs 3 pounds. And he was able to break and run and break your hold on him. Your claim is dismissed. You know that before you even come here. Have a good day.
Andy, you put me through a lot. You know you broke my heart. You broke my heart completely. And this is what you get.
Listen, you know that I loaned you the money. You know I loaned you, and I needed that money.
Huh?
You know that. Because before that,
well,
you were
I guess
supposed
you're
to
going to have to get it from somebody else.
I didn't lend it to anybody else but you.
You got to give it to from somebody else.
I didn't lend it to anybody else but you. You know.
You did not lend me the money.
Yes, I did.
It was on your watch.
What do you mean it was not my door? And then the people that own the property, those are the people you had to go after.
You know what? after all I've done for you and all the money I gave you to get your car fixed, to do that?
And I repaid you all that money.
No, you didn't.
What?
You did just
you know,
now.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.